What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Dee. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm back with another video. Now, here's an audio of Young Miami talking about why you should expect certain things from a man if you're going to be sleeping with them, saying that she wants a man that makes $100 million. Oh my God. We're gonna go ahead and get into the audio. I have the audio of what she said. Y'all let me know. Then she said something else that was just alarming. But let's get into what she said. Make sure you hit the like button, share, comment, like, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Hype up the video and also turn on that bell to be notified when I upload new content. But let's listen to what she had to say. Here we go.
Of course, but I do feel like men should be some type of support. That's the message I be trying to get through. I just feel like sometimes men, and I say this a lot because and that's why I be like, I want a man with $100 million. A lot of men just see a pretty face, see a pretty body, and for them it's like, this is another bitch on my roster. Like, they be building rosters. Like, a lot of men are mature in mind, and you have to be, as a woman, you gotta know what you want. In life, you gotta know what you want. I know what I want. So if I know that we're gonna have sex, we gonna have sex, but you have to do something for me, and it's just, I'm a woman. Like, you gotta add value to me, and sometimes I gotta leave this situationship with something. Because if not, when we in our teens, that's all you doing.
Did y'all hear that, baby? Oh my God. Girl, she's like, they screwing in their teens, which we're not surprised. But child, she's saying it's like, this is the norm. And don't want to call it prostitution, girl. But see, this is the problem. And then you have a lot of young women following this method thinking that this is cool. She fooled with Diddy, but God knows what he was doing to her for her to go shopping and get some money. Now look where he's at. So what do you do when these men get locked up or they lose money and they can no longer afford you? What do you do? Do you keep looking for a man with millions of dollars so that you can give him your body and so he can use you as a human dumpster so that you can take care of your bills and take care of yourself and take care of your children? Is that the message we want to send to young women, or do you give a damn about young women or anything? Because this is how women are thinking. They're modern prostitutes running around here looking for the highest bidder. You want a man with $100 million to do what? To trick off on you so that he can give you money so you can bust it open, flip it down, split, turn around in circles, flip you up, throw you up to the ceiling, do whatever to you so that you can get money from him. That's such a low bar that you've set for yourself, in my opinion. And men do not look at these types of women as something special. They look at you as something to play with. And you're looking at them as a cash cow. You don't care if you're disposable to these men. You don't care. She said they have a roster. Of course they will. Because they're getting what they want. Money is nothing. The money they give you is nothing to them. But you should have more respect for yourself to say, you know what, I'm not going to be somebody's play toy. I'm not going to be somebody's human dumpster where they can just dump whatever on me, do whatever they want to me for some cash. They don't respect you because you don't respect yourself. And, is one of the world's oldest professions. It's not a new thing. So you're going to have women that do it, but I still don't see it as anything respectable. I just don't. And I think a lot of them know it too, because I don't think at the end of the day they feel confident and good about what they're doing with their bodies. I don't think they really feel good about it, but they're doing what they feel is necessary to maintain their livelihood. And I would rather women just say that, you know what, it is, call it what it is. Stop trying to sugarcoat it and make it something that it's not, because it is modern day. That's what you're doing. You're selling your body because maybe he might want it. He got enough money to give you what you want for it. And so that's the transaction. Because they're not trying to marry you or be with you or take you seriously. They're just trying to get what they want out of you, do what they want to you for a certain price. And that's why you agree to it. Like she's saying, if a man, you gonna have sex with him, but in order to do this, there needs to be a transaction. You need to give me some money, and you need to give me what I'm willing to get for what it is that you want. What else could you call it? You know what I'm saying? Call it what it is, accept it for what it is, and just say, hey, that's the route you want to take so that you can take care of your family. There are other routes, but you want to go the route that's the easiest, even though mentally and spiritually it's the hardest on you. Because at the end of the day, when you sit with yourself, you're not going to feel good about that. You're not. Most of them don't. But they feel that, to make it more palatable, make it more, acceptable, you're going to say, oh, it's just, I'm out here, you on a roster of with a bunch of other women that these men don't really give a shit about. and you feel good. Like, come on, I personally, and it's just me, and people gonna do what they want to do, and people have their own opinions, but I just think that it's one of those things that, you know, when you have children, you got to look back. You got to tell your children one day why you chose that type of lifestyle and why you didn't choose something else. You know what I mean? Your children are not going to look at that as something respectable, especially if you're trying to teach them to be better than you. If you're trying to teach them to be respectable and do the right things, these children always have a way of looking at you and say, hey, you didn't do that. So why should I? What if I want to get quick money too? Why if I want to do this too? You're going to have a hard time trying to tell your daughters that they shouldn't follow in your footsteps, because, you know, the apples don't fall far from the tree. They might want to live the fast life too and get money too, but you don't want them to do it. And you got to ask yourself, why won't you want them to do it? Why don't you want them to follow in your footsteps? If you're so proud of it and you're so happy with your choices, it's because most of the time they're not. There are a lot of people who don't want their children to do that, but you making excuses for why you're doing it and trying to convince people that it's such a great thing. And, oh my God, you just so happy with it. And you can walk around and get Chanel bags and all this bullshit, because that don't mean shit. Chanel bags and shoes, that don't mean nothing, baby. And I feel bad for people who think it does. That don't make you a better person. That don't give you no respect level. It does not make other people look at you like you're special. You gotta look at yourself as something worthy. And if you can look in your mirror at yourself after bending it over, busting it open for all kind of men, and not caring about your respecting yourself or your self-worth, then if you okay and you can say, you know what, I'm happy with myself, I love myself regardless, then kudos to you. If that's what you're really comfortable with doing. And can you comfortably tell your daughters that you was out here to take care of them, and it was a choice that you made and you happy with doing it? Can you truly sit down and tell your children that you chose that life, that you wanted to be a dumpster, a human dumpster for men for money? Are you comfortable with telling your children that and telling them that nobody forced you, nobody made you, it was your choice, you wanted to do it because you wanted that money, and that's how you took care of them? If you're comfortable telling them that, and that's truly what it is, then hey, I ain't got nothing else to say. Because you made a conscious effort to put yourself in that position, and you don't really care about anything I'm saying, and you love it. But what you will find is a lot of them are not and would not be comfortable telling that to their children. Hell, Cardi B don't even want her daughters to listen to her music, honey. She wants to protect her daughters from her own music. So that shows you right there, they don't want that life for their children, but they would sell it to y'all. They would sell it to you, but they don't even want that for their own kids. They want better for their children. They'll sit here and tell you or try to convince you that, oh my God, this is what you should be doing, and it ain't nothing wrong with it. But you won't tell your own daughters that. So for people who follow these folks, I feel bad for you, and I think you should be grown enough to make your own decisions and make wiser choices and not follow these people, because it's going to lead you down a road to nowhere. But listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Y'all chime in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Hype up the video, and y'all let me know what y'all think, y'all. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.